Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous the day-to-day grind. One thing I wanted to show you, one thing I did notice, let me sys left is on the system map. I'm going to click some of these. It says I have not. It says you have not mapped this planet. You have not mapped this planet. See, this is a high metal content world. You have not mapped this planet. That's the key, high metal content. High metal content. And then these don't say. Earth-like world. Earth-like world. But and then over to the left says you have not mapped this yet. That's what I want to hit because I want to show you these things. High metal content. You have not mapped this planet yet. So what it does, even though someone else has first discovered and first mapped by, that doesn't matter. You get to map it. And you'll make the money off of it. You have not mapped this planet yet. Okay. These could be rocky planets, so they might not pay anything. But these high metal content worlds, they will. And look down here. This one looks like either a water world or high metal. This one looks like, well, it doesn't. It's either an Earth-like or a water world, or it could be ice. So we're going to go up here and we're going to check these things out. And one thing I did want to check. Let's look at the Road to Riches. My microphone in the right place, but I want to show you some things here. Testing 1, 2. So I'll have to see when I replay it. Sothis, plain tech included, populated, get. See, that's what we're looking at. We can take like WordPad or Notepad, copy it into there. Star means it's a populated system. So A5, A6, B4, C4, and D4. Earth-like worlds, high metal content, those types. Now you see this. You might not want to travel that far. But you might, hey, what the heck. But I know there's some high metal content that are not listed on this report that we were looking at. So it's not just 5 and 6. So I'm going to set this aside where I can see it. Okay, so they're saying A5 and A6. On that website. So they're saying 2, 3, 4, 5. They're starting here, 5 and 6. And that's the only two that they're showing. But see, I believe this is a high metal. See, it's a high metal. And I believe this is a high metal. My guess is this could be, this is a high metal. And this is a high metal. So why did they leave those off? Because those will pay good money too. The question is here and here. This one's probably just a rocky, but this one looks pretty good, especially right here. We know that's a high metal content world, so we want to scan those. So let's go here. I mean, it could be a waste of time. It's not listed on the Road to Riches. I want to click on that, and we'll start there and work our way out and just see what it is. So that's kind of what I want to do now. First of all, let's go up here and say show me planets and moons. So with this A7, see, this one's unexplored. That's why we don't see it on our map. So we're headed that way. So why don't we go there? Sys view. Put our surface scanner up where we can get a hold of that. And let's auto launch. And while we're launching and all of that, scroll underneath the video to the right and click subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, but it will really help me out. And to the left you'll see my YouTube page, GFM_RDG. Click on that, watch more of my videos. So we're going to do some surface mining, and this can pay off pretty big, and that's why I want to show it to you. And it says it's behind us. To the left side. Unexplored, and we're going to explore it. This one could be a waste. There's some that we know is not a waste of time. This one could be, but this where it says unexplored, 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 when we get closer to it, it will tell us what type of planet it is. So at least we want to do a drive-by and see if it's a high metal content, water world, or Earth-like planet. If it is one of those three types, we want to scan it. So we're going to do some surface scanning, and this will help your Explorer ranking too. This is how you build that. And sys right, if you'll look, my trade rank and my Explorer rank are elite and 100%. This is partly why my Explorer rank is 100%, is what we're going to do right now. This is what you need to do. And I showed you the Road to Riches website. You need to use that to build your Explorer ranking. Sys left. I want to see how far we are from the station. Now we are. We're going to go in Super Cruise, and when we get closer, we'll go slower. We have gotten interdicted, but only once. So if a pirate pops up, let's take care of him, and then we should be good. We're not getting out of Super Cruise. We're staying in Super Cruise. I might take a break and come back, and then we have to get back into Super Cruise. But we're going. This is the first planet. This is A1, and where it says unexplored, 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 we want that populated. Sys view. Yeah, I'm having trouble with my Oculus today. I have some workarounds. Now what we want is for our 3 unexploreds to show up. And the runaway throttle right now doesn't matter. We're 2100 light seconds away, so it's not going to hurt anything. We are watching for pirates. Like I said, in Sothis, it's a high security system, and the most we got was 1. We're not carrying any cargo. Sys right. Sys right. Have no cargo, and we spent 8 of our cargo units on our surface scanner. It's a class 3. Sys left. We have no transactions, no missions. So really we shouldn't get interdicted, but you never know. This game pretty much is about interdiction, so not for me, but for the makers, the developers of the game. It's all about the interdiction. So what we want all of these things that's on our sensor to be in front of us. So we're probably going to swing around to the other side, or find a side where it's not, where we don't have potential problems behind us. And again, what we're looking for first is a drive-by. And our scanners, our sensors will tell us what type of planet it is when we get closer. See, this is another way to make money and to make Explorer rank, mainly. But when you're looking to build out a Python or a cutter or something like that, you need this stuff. See, it's scanning. At least tell us what type of world is it. That's what I want to know right now. It's a high metal content world. You need to scan these planets. And you saw in the system map it says you have not scanned it. That means we can make money off of it. We can make credits off of it. So you see my surface scanner says out of range. And I'll show you in a minute how I set that up in my fire group. See, we will make money by scanning this thing. And I do have a surface scanner scanning video also out there. And this will be one too. We're still out of range. I might do this in parts, but it'll be one video. And I might not do all of them, but I'll do one of each. It says we're too fast, so we need to slow down. And really pretty much go down to where we're not going fast at all. Then, since I got my surface scanner on my left side trigger, I hit that, and it comes up. Now, if you look on the right side, it says efficiency target is 7 probes, so we want to use 7. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. It's hard to get this lined up. There's 5. 6. 6 will probably do it, but we can use another one. As long as we don't go over 7, we get the efficiency bonus. It says 100%. Okay, so we have completed that one. We scanned it. This is A2 over here, and we could go back to the system map to find it. Okay. Now remember, if you die before you sell this, you lose it. And you have to be 25 light years away from where you scanned to sell it. Those are some of the rules. Okay, I'm going to back off just a little bit. Sysrite, under fire groups, this is where I have it. I have my discovery on number 1, which is to my right. I have my detail surface scanner on number 2, which is to my left. So you have to set that up. Okay, now we'll speed up just a little to get into range, because we're out of range. Sys view. Yeah, my Oculus tracking is not working real good, so I'm continually off, so the view is off. Okay, it still says out of range. We get close enough where it says too fast, so we back off of the throttle. We can hit the trigger once. I try to line it up in the center. You look on the right, it says efficiency target 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't give you more credit. They don't give you more credit for doing it in 6. So go ahead and do it in 7. 100. Okay. So we've done that one. There's number 3. So we can look around without having to go to the and it's a high metal content world. Now it's 1,000 light seconds. So slow down, but we're 1,000 light seconds away, so we don't have to worry about that. Runaway throttles are not going to hurt us. High metal content world. It's very easy, and like I said, you'll make an average of over 800,000 per scan. We've scanned twice. It's 1.6 million. And it helps your Explorer ranking. And you can use that Road to Riches website, and it shows you where to scan, what planets to scan. Now it's not 100% accurate. You saw that it didn't start till 5 and 6. We did 1, 2, and 3, and they're all metal content. But it had high metal contents also. So it's not that they left them off on purpose. For some reason they missed some of them. And it's not worth scanning every planet, but you'll get an idea. But just by looking at it, that looks like a high metal. And if you just do a drive-by, your whatever they call that, but it shows what the sensor found out. Like this one is Federation Unite is the faction. And let's see if it's going to run away or not. Yep, it's going to run away. It's going to be stupid. And 3306, we have trouble with runaway throttles. It just drives me crazy. It's like, really? It's a bug they don't fix. I just don't understand. So it's another one of my rants. Why do we have to have runaway throttles in 3306? Just drives me crazy. So we have to come around. Now if you start to turn up your belly, it'll quit running away and you can go back and find it again. And you can tell it aggravates me to all you know where. And if I ever get to meet the team, they're going to hear it. I'm going to have a whole list of things that drive me absolutely crazy. Okay, too fast. Okay, so I've lined it up in the middle. It says 6 probes this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over to the left at the bottom, you see it's the percentage keeps going up. We got to wait till it gets to 100. Now we can leave this. It'll still tell us. See efficiency target bonus. Okay, there was 1. So, and our sensor still looks good. Sysmap. Sysgalaxy. Yeah, I didn't want the galaxy, I wanted the system. Okay, we did 3, we need to do 4. And it says high metal content here. Okay, we look at our compass. And it'll tell us where it's at. It's right there. Don't speed up a whole lot because we're real close to most of these. Still looking at our bottom sensor, make sure we don't have any unwelcome friends. I want to include those water worlds before we go sell some of these. But those that haven't done surface scanning, I want to show you how to do the road to riches thing. We're out of range still. It's usually when it fills up our yellow ring. Still out of range. Too fast. We can slow down. Hit our trigger. We're going to always have one in the center, and it's so hard to get that to line up right. Okay, it says 6 probes. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can wait. Now if we're in COs, we might have to watch our radar more, but we're not carrying cargo or missions or any of those things. Okay, so that's A4. I don't really see the others. I always move away from the planet. I don't want to inadvertently hit the throttle or something like that and cause ourselves trouble. Okay. System. No. Sys left. I gotta check my voice attack program for which one for the system that I have it set up for. Okay, this is a water world. I think this is an Earth-like. These pay the most. Yeah, it's an Earth-like. So you definitely want to do those. And we're 1200, so we can speed up a little bit. It's A5. And it's an Earth-like. See, some of these are already showing up on our sensor because they were previously scanned and they're allowing us to see it. All you got to do is a drive-by on them and it'll tell you what they are. So you don't have to go through the whole scanning thing. As long as you know it's a high metal content, a water world, or an Earth-like. Those are the ones you want to scan. Those are the ones that pay the money. And then we'll find us a station that is over 25 light years away and we'll go sell them. and see what we get out of it. And you can watch your Explorer ranking climb. Well, sort of. It takes quite a few to get your Explorer ranking to climb. And it can be boring if you're doing hundreds of these. But I definitely wanted to make sure we went through several of them and went and sold them, so you can see. This is part of the day-to-day grind, especially if you don't have your Explorer rank to Elite yet. This is how I got mine to Elite. Just doing the Discovery scanner, you know, like here on the right, this is D scanner. Yeah, that helps your Explorer ranking too, and you need to do that. Every system that you jump to, you need to charge that. This one's an Earth-like. Now some of these we have stations around. You're not going to, security forces not coming after you if you shoot probes at it. Don't worry about that. They'll leave you alone. They might be all over, all around, and they don't care. This is not hurting anything. You're like a scientist to them. When you're doing this, it's like, okay, go ahead. So they don't bother you. Sis up. Yeah, somebody's trying to get us to do a contract. And we're not going to right now, because we now don't have missions when you do this. Go ahead and deliver all of them before you do this. You don't want unnecessary issues to happen because you have missions on board. Just go ahead and deliver them, and then do your surface scanning. And you can also do, you can also surface scan in unpopulated places, systems, like even outside the bubble, and you're not going to have problems with pirates that way. We know we got 1, and then we got, it's telling us 7 is our efficiency. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It won't need that many. With 6 you'd probably be able to do it, but they're giving you 7. You see there on the right, efficiency target is 7. Just use 7. You don't get more credit if you do it in less than 7. So, but see, efficiency target bonus up there, that's what you're looking for. Okay, that's 1. We want A6 now. There's A6. A6. I want that one. It's another Earth-like, and the Earth-likes pay the most. So they're not bad, so go ahead and do them too. And the more of these you do, while you're doing it, you're going, oh, that's a high metal. I can just see it. I can just look at it. But you can do a drive-by with your regular sensor package, and it will tell you what it is. Let's get a little bit closer. Speed up a little bit. Don't want to take all day. Now, as you can see, I mean, there's ships around. But if we get like a message on our comms that say they finally found us, then we need to drop aside and take them on, or whatever we need to do. Get them out of the way. We're out of range so far. Now, if one was sitting on our tail, that would be a whole different story. And in CEOS, it might be a different story. Okay, 7 probes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one thing I need to make sure is that I'm recording. Yes, I am. I don't want to go through all this for nothing. Okay. Sys left. System map. You zoom out, it goes faster. And this one's a high metal. And see to the right, the Discovery scanner. I don't think you can do that too much. And if you do get interdicted, the only difference in this package for me is the surface scanner. So if they interdict me, fine. We'll deal with that. And now I can pull out here and circle around. And that's not a bad thing to do either, just to make sure. Now this is a high security system. We only got one when we were stacking missions, and they say that's what they're looking for. If you stack missions, you get a target on your back. Well, we're not stacking missions at the moment. I have not been interdicted since I've been playing while I was scanning planets. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but I haven't yet. Now, making jumps, and I had no cargo, and I was really out scanning, going back in to sail, I've been interdicted before. But I haven't while scanning, so again, it doesn't mean we won't. So we're pulling to the side so we can turn, and we'll turn some more. So we can get a better view of what's behind us. And see, A7 wasn't even on that list. It was only A5 and A6, which were the two water worlds, and then there were some high metals that were out further that they had on the list. So it misses maybe even half of them. But the main thing is your sensors. What your sensors tell you. If it's a high metal, water world, or an Earth-like planet, scan that sucker. You need to be scanning it. It'll help your Explorer ranking, and it'll also pay. Especially if you don't have the millions or the billions of credits. Use all the credits you can get. It says that we run the risk of colliding with the planet. Yeah. Yeah, we kind of know that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to run into it. Not on purpose. Still out of range, too fast. We go down to near nothing. We click on it. We fire. It says 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Watch our percentage. Probably stop there. Okay, sys left. Let's find us a system at least 25 light years. Sys left. Let's take away the planets and moons. That Inera will tell us. Let me bring up Inera. Systems and stations. Sothis. This Inera CZ is really good too. I use it all the time. Okay, set it as our current location. Nearest. We want to be, wow, there's not much out here. Oh, because I have an independent. Let's say I want universal cartographics. So all the ones that got universal cartographics. We're going to have to go out here. It says CO. Well, COS is more than that. Next to COS. This one. You can say copy. Row big go. It's 59. Okay. Sys left. Galaxy map. So we'll paste it in there. I'm using an Oculus Rift, so I'm not using the regular screen, so I have to keep lowering my, use the mouse. Let's go here. It is 2 jumps. But it's at least 25. It's like 59, but that's the closest one. See, COS and Sothis kind of out by themselves a little bit. So, okay, our temperature is fine. Let's go there. And I have one that has nothing except for this Discovery Channel fire group, so that's what I like having. Because my heat sinks I send off by voice. Now there were more planets to scan in Sothis. So you could scan them. It's probably more of they have missions for us to do that they would like for us to do. And of course we don't want to turn up into the star, so watch the star in the center of your sensor. Okay, we can take off again. See, I'm using my Discovery scanner. I don't know if I did on the last one, but I tried to as much as I can remember. And I think most stations have the universal cartographics anyway, but we'll pick one that's I like the larger stations. Turn away from the star, then I accelerate. Sys left. Let's go to this one. It's like 1,000 light seconds. Now it helps that I have like a 44 light year unladen jump range and things like that. That helps. I mean, this was 60 light years away and it was 2 jumps. And you have to watch your fuel when you go more than, say, 4 jumps. When you just have cargo and you don't have spare tanks. But we didn't go that far. I might have got myself in trouble if it was further, because I wasn't thinking about it. But that road to riches, it'll give you more planets than you probably have patience to scan, so just have at it. You need it for your Explorer ranking anyway. But it will pay. Pays pretty good money. Pretty good credits. Now, one thing I'm not excited about is this has to do with rings. I want to pull away, I want to bring this back, I want to take away, sys left, deactivate the Super Cruise Assist. Yeah, these are some of my least favorite. Because if you are interdicted, it's not as much fun because they're going to push you into the rings or the planet. And you see that Super Cruise glow of another ship there. Now for us, even if we get knocked out because of the asteroids, the belt is usually not that thick. So we just go through it and get to the station. But it's probably going to tell us to press the J or whatever you're using to deactivate your Super Cruise. I do want to do some videos on engineering to get the, especially the FSD and like shields and things like that. Okay, either in the middle of, or at the edge of the asteroid belt. Sys left. And this is, and a station right here is kind of for the obstacle course effect, I believe. I mean, in reality, why would you have a station this close between the planet and inside the asteroid belt? I mean, if it's that dangerous of a place, why pick another location? Not pick another location, or bring in more security forces. Because to me, the way this game is set up, the life expectancy is probably 23 before you're dead. Because it's very Mad Max oriented. Again, that's coming from a Explorer trader. That stuff is not as much fun. Okay, Universal Cartographics. Okay, what's the magic number? Well, 2 of them. Sothis system. What are they paying us? It should be a lot more than that. They only paid us $68,000 for the first one. And those are high metal content, so that's weird. Yeah, the 5 and 6, they're not paying much here. Five and 6, they paid $445,000 and $433,000. They didn't pay very much. And then only $68,000 for the high metals. That really surprises me. Okay, well, it helps toward your Explore ranking, and we got 1.6 million credits. But most of the time they pay a whole lot more than that, so it really surprises me it's that cheap. But we'll sell it anyway, because if I died, I'd lose it. So, okay.